She told me that she wanted me to clean the inside of this trash can. You know those trash cans that they have in the back of the store? Those big green trash. She told me to get down in the trash can and clean it. Hi there, thank you for joining me today. Now, if this is your very first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Cynthia. I am the creator and the founder of Crowns of Glory. And I just want to welcome you in. Now, and you don't have to be just here. You can become a member. All you have to do is hit that little subscribe button. That's all you need to do and become the newest member of the Royal Nation. Yeah, you saw it at a water plant in the same town. It's probably like 30 minutes away from me in Macon, Georgia. Okay. So the name of the water plant was Cherokee. This was a new water plant they were just opening up. So they needed some people to help them clean up everything, just get everything running. Okay. So that's what I did. My best friend at the time was a guy. So I helped him got on. I was the only, well, the manager was a young woman. And then the supervisor was a woman. She didn't want me to call her that. But anyway, and, but I was the only woman as a, a technician inside of the plant. And then they had, this when we first started, so I think it was like 4 guys and then me. Every time I went in the break room, she's sitting there with the guys talking about things you don't need to talk about. I'm a Christian. We not, And he, she's talking like one of the boys, and talking about women and what they do and whatever. So I wasn't comfortable. So, I mean, when they were in there doing all that, I went out to my car. I just didn't want to be around it. And so my friend, which nobody knew that he was my best friend. Nobody knew that, okay? So she would go to him and tell him that she did not like me. So, of course, he would tell me everything that she would say. So then I got in good with the other guys. So they start telling me that, Cynthia, she's going to make you quit. Okay. Now, mind you, I live in Georgia, so it's an at-will state. They can fire you for anything. They don't have to tell you, as long as it's not discrimination. Okay. So the guys kept telling me, now, she gonna, do this, do that, because she wants you to quit. And I said, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. I got a daughter. I got a baby I need to take care of. I'm not quitting. Like I said, I've had a lot of jobs, but I didn't, I wasn't scared of work. I was never scared of work. I will work. So one day she had this idea. She said, well, mind you, the plant, nothing was like running. We were just getting everything situated. So she told me, trying to be smart, I want you to go in a warehouse and I want you to sweep the entire warehouse. It was huge. So I said, okay. I was like, you know what? I love cleaning. That's exactly what I said. I said, girl, I love cleaning. Give me that broom. And so she'll come in there, peep in there, because she think I'm sitting down not doing anything. Every time she walked in there, honey, I had that broom and I was sweeping, singing, praying, sweeping, talking to the Lord. And I'm like, I ain't quitting. So she saw that didn't break me. So she had another idea. She told me she wanted me to go outside and pull weeds from around the plant. Outside. It's summertime. It's hot. I want you to go outside. Now the guys, she didn't tell them to go. I was the only one she told to go outside and pull up weeds from around the plant. So when she came and told me, I didn't want to go out there, but I didn't let her know. I said, okay, that's fine. What you want me to do now? Okay, all right. I went on outside and every time she came out there, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm having a good time here by myself talking to the Lord, praying, because she knew I was a Christian. I ain't shy away from that. And so I was, can't let them see you sweat, baby. Can't let them see you sweat. So that particular day, when we had lunch, we were all, she wasn't in there, but it was me and the other guys. So they were sitting there, they were like, look, she's doing all this to make you quit. And I told them, I said, I'm not quitting. She gonna have to fire me, but I am not quitting. Okay, so that didn't work. Let me tell you the next thing she told me though. Then she told me that we were getting material in, the truck was coming in. So, they had men, and they were typically the one that will go to get things off the forklift. Cause it's huge. So, they have, you need to use men's strength. So let me tell you what she did. She told me, no, I want you to pull it off. So the guy was on the forklift. Now, mind you, I knew how to drive a forklift. I was certified when I was in Frito-Lay. So I knew how to drive a forklift. Yep. I drew a forklift and what they call a flip truck. Okay. When you put your stuff and they flip it over. Okay. So I was certified in those things and they knew that. So why they didn't have me to drive the forklift and have the guy pull these crates and stuff off? But no. So she told me to do that. I did the best of my ability. The guys, they came over there running, helping me or whatever. I'm inside of the rig of the truck, getting this stuff on and off. It was hot. I was sweating. I got sick. Yep. So that night I was so sick. I had a fever. Mind you, she wanted to get rid of me. So I was coughing, sneezing, whatever. I wasn't feeling my good best, but I went to work. Next day, I came in. I wasn't feeling good. She was like, and I was coughing. And she could see that she said, well, you need to go home. You're not feeling well. You're going to contaminate stuff, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. And I told her, I said, well, I told her, I said, well, if you want me to do something else, she said, no, you need to leave. So I did. I left. So my friend called me. He was like, she gonna use that to get you out of here. I'm like, oh, well, I did come. I said, y'all saw me. I was there. I was sick because she had me in that hot behind truck trying to pull that stuff off, just trying to be nasty. And so, when I went back to work, the next day she told me to go home, but I went back to work. Okay, the last things that she did, and I know I said I'm gonna go through this, but last thing she did, she told me that she wanted me to clean the inside of this trash can. Those trash cans that they have in the back of the store, those big green trash. She told me to get down in the trash can and clean it. Yeah. She told me to get down in the trash can and clean it. I did it. I did it. And so when she came to check on me, I'm doing like what I always do. I'm cleaning, I'm a singing, and I'm praying, and I'm talking to the Lord, and she felt like she couldn't break me. And that's what the guy said. Like, man, she like, I can't, I don't know. She ain't gonna give up. Nope. I had a baby at home depending on me to take care of her. Now, so one day I came in, all these shenanigans at this woman. I took it. So she called me in the office, to the manager office. So I get in there. And so the manager, she started talking. And now the manager, she in her office. It's not like she came in and did anything on the floor. So she was like, well, Cynthia, I'm going to have to let you go. And I said, excuse me? She said, I'm going to have to let you go. I said, well, did I do something wrong? She was like, no, but I just feel like you need something like in management. And I don't have a position in management. I said, but when I interview for the job, I told you my skills, and I told you I was willing to work my way up. I mean, we just getting started. Anyway, I said, so I'm willing to work my way up to that whenever that opportunity comes. And she said, well, no, I just think that this is, really you overqualified. So by this time, the supervisor comes in, okay? She comes in and sit down. I knew what it was. Because like I said, the guys had already been telling me. And so by this time, I was hot. And so I said, so why? She said, well, in the state of Georgia, I don't have to tell you why. I said, you right. You don't. I said, but just out of the decency, you telling me now you fired me because I'm overqualified? I had the same qualifications when I interviewed for the job. And so the supervisor, she said, well, no, this is not a good fit for you. And I told her then, I said, I know you've been trying to get me out of here. You've been telling everybody you wanted me to quit. You've been giving me all these crazy jobs because you want me to quit, but I wouldn't quit. And she was like, well, this is not the job for you. And I told her that day, I'll be back with a lawyer. When I left that day, I was so mad. Mind you, I needed that job to take care of my daughter. I wasn't playing. I needed that job. I knew that, that day, I went home. I was so upset. I was so hurt. I was so hurt because I hadn't done anything wrong. I knew she did it just because she did not like me. And I was the only woman. So because she was like, I don't like, because one day she said, I don't like working with women. In front of me, in front of all guys. She said it in the break room one day. So I'm like, okay. So, I had that in my memory bank. And then all the guys wrote letters for me to take to the attorney. Yeah, I sued them. Yeah, I won. Yeah. Yet again, fight for your rights. Fight for your rights. Okay? Yes, honey. Like I told you, I got a book. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for listening. Like I always say, wear your crown with confidence. And until next time, I love you. Have a great day.